Hey, what is up, everybody? This is Stevie Breach coming to you here today. Week 8, San Francisco 49ers, 3-4. Who thought we would be saying that is a record? It's hard to even have an upbeat, like, hey, let's go out and let's get them. I can remember 4 or 5 years ago when we were making these videos, when it was like I was just trying to talk myself into having faith that we were going to go out and we were going to win one for the locker room. We don't need to have the score have our number be higher at the end of the fourth. As long as we can play with teams and show that we're building towards something, that's all the goal really was. But I felt like what we were doing was we were putting together a team that was ready to compete for the playoffs. And, you know, after we completed that, we've been to 2 Super Bowls. I'm still waiting for us to finish the story. If I can steal that from Cody Rhodes. I thought last year was the year. I honestly thought last year was almost the last chance we were going to have. But, you know, it took a while to get everybody into the room and everybody else signed. We lost a few pieces along the way. We lost some pieces that we didn't think we were going to lose. But, you know, we put a team together that people still pointed at and was like, the 49ers might be the best team in the NFL. I'm not 100% sure, but I bet there's people out there picking for the San Francisco 49ers not even to make the playoffs right now. I mean, as of yesterday, we had some questions answered. It looks like Christian McCaffrey, they're not going to break the glass on. Some people thought that, you know, especially after last week, they were going to tell him it's time to get out there. Let's see what you got. Your team needs you. They're still going to push him till after the bye week. So we're still 3 weeks away from getting Christian McCaffrey. And we'll have to see how much he really changes this team. And you got to think, if it doesn't go well right out of the gate, if they'll not sit him down and just say, hey, you're done, take the year off, but take the load off of him, and, you know, make him still, you know, go out there and do his thing, but, you know, keep Jordan Mason in there. Not like last year when we had Elijah Mitchell back there and we just didn't use him at all. And we just kept on pumping McCaffrey. You know, maybe just ease his workload and see what we got going on next year. Because, I mean, the team won't be the same, but, I mean, we'll still be looking to compete. I mean, we're not done. We're going to give, you know, Purdy the money that he's got. We're going to have some questions to answer on both sides of the ball. Probably lose George Kittle. Hopefully he mentored our 2 tight ends that we have now into being, you know, players half as good or 3/4 as good as he ever was. So we're going to lose pieces, and that's kind of how the NFL works, is that, you know, teams don't get to stay together forever and just stay together and dominate. But you got teams like the Chiefs, you got teams like the Patriots. You gotta think that we're in that, you know, that window to where we can put a team together that's gonna compete each and every year. And we haven't won it yet, but at least we're giving the fans, you know, something to look forward to. I can tell you the best thing about this upcoming week. The Niners play on Sunday night television. We're going to be on NBC, and this here is a bigger put up or shut up game than last week was. I'm glad that we're playing the Dallas Cowboys. The Dallas Cowboys, the few times that I have seen them, because we're force-fed them on Thursdays and Sundays and Mondays, you know, being America's team, that, you know, they make sure that, you know, they're in our eyesight. It's been a long freaking time since Dallas has really won anything, you know, relative. You know, I think that they did not win a playoff game the whole time that Tony Romo was their quarterback, and they were treated like they were a Super Bowl favorite each and every year. if there's any team in the NFL that I love beating, I can't say the Chiefs because we haven't beat them, is the Cowboys. The Cowboys are almost getting to that point where I get with the Raiders, where I kind of feel bad that they're not as good as they should be, because the Dallas Cowboys is kind of a team that, when they're good, football is good, because you know how often they're going to be on television. It's not like when you see their name pop up, they're on a game that you have to watch. It's not going to be bad. I like to go out and blame the coach. A lot of people blame Jerry Jones for being the GM. He doesn't want to let anybody leave. He's got really good players, but when you pay all of your top-of-the-line players and you have to fill in the other positions with guys that aren't as good, the key to the NFL is finding a way to make an even, playing field where you're paying your guys, but you're not paying all top-of-the-line guys. You can just kind of make it kind of even across the board, and that's not really what the Cowboys are doing. Their offensive line, I think, is lacking as of right now. Their defensive line isn't that good. Michael Parsons, I think he's injured right now. I for some reason I want to say that. It's been a few weeks since I've seen Cowboys, but I think Parsons got injured, and I'm hoping that he's not going to be out there. But if he is, he might be a problem. But when I think of the Cowboys, I think it was a wild card game where we played the Cowboys in the first round of the playoffs. The Niners won, and as they were walking off the stands, because of how close the fans get to the players, they were yelling at Trent Williams and basically leaning over and flipping him off and probably calling him every name in the book, and he was just pointing and laughing at him that they had lost that game. That's the one thing that I think of. We just can't, let, Dez Bryant beat us. Kind of like when I said with the Cardinals, I didn't want to let them get their passing game going. We just got to find a way to go out there and shut them down. Deebo Samuels, as of right now, is going to be a question mark. We already know that Brandon Ayuk is going to be out, and he's not going to be there. Juan Jennings, he didn't play last week, but I'm hoping that he'll be good to go. You go back to a few weeks ago, they dropped the ball. Was that the Arizona game? It'd be a chance for him to step up, and hopefully he can make good on that one. But Purdy is going to have to figure it out. The one thing that I heard about last week's game is that after the game was done, Shanahan was kind of like giving a lecture to Brock Purdy in the locker room. I'm guessing that word got out, so it must have been public. I don't know if he was talking to him, about the 3 interceptions that he threw. One of them, maybe he didn't know where the receiver was going, but it looked like the receiver didn't know where he was going. You don't really see them blame the quarterback that much, but I don't know. I was hoping that the receiver ran the wrong route, and that's when he overthrew him, and it was picked off. But if anything, we got to win this damn game. That's all that matters. We're looking up at the Seahawks. We're looking up at the Cardinals. I guess that would put us in 3rd place. Only people making us look good right now is the Rams, who we lost to. We're going to have to get those wins back. The one good thing going is that we beat the Seahawks. But, it's tough. It's an uphill grind from here on out. We play Chicago. We play Philly. Maybe like the easiest games that we have scheduled is the Rams game, Cardinals game. But again, like I said just a second ago, we lost to those teams, so you can't really call them easy. But I mean, like, I don't know, man. I just don't know. I need them to go out there. I need them to play. I need to win. And we got to get it there. I went through a whole Braves season where I looked at the team at the beginning of the year, and I said, hey, this team looks really, really good. I think we got this year. And then Acuna went down, and I said, hey, the one year that we won the World Series in 21, Acuna was hurt. He wasn't out there, so maybe we pushed through this. And then Strider went down, and I was like, well, that's the guy that I thought was going to win the Cy Young this year. I thought he was going to take a huge step forward and be our ace, and we kind of kept winning. And then this happened and that happened, and by the end of the year, Riley was down. It just it sucked how hurt we got. And now we're just going through the same thing as 49er fans. It's almost like you just want to go out behind the barn and just put the dog down, old Yeller style, and just say, hey, we'll just get them next year. The question marks that surround what next year is going to be. It's scary. We got to go out there. We got to play. We got to win games. We got to start by winning this game against Dallas. Go into the bye week. Come out of that and continue to find a way to win football games. Win our division. Find out what we got going on and just beat teams in the playoffs. The 49ers are the best when they play 49er football, which is run the football first and, make accurate, good passes. And it seems like this year we have not abandoned the run. We had the league's leading rusher for a large portion of the season. But it was almost like we were a passing team first. And, it just changed our dynamic. Purdy wasn't doing nothing wrong. He was leading the league in passing for a while. So, we really had a well-balanced offense. Our defense ain't bad. I don't know. Just figure it out. That's all I can say. Just go out there, figure it out. Niners and Cowboys, Sunday night, NBC. I know you'll be watching. Hopefully we don't let you down. What is up, everybody? This is Steve Breach coming to you here today, 10-6 at the half. This is an ugly football game. There's no other way to put this here. 49ers, we really haven't. We've had some plays. Garendo had some really good runs. Mason's been running the ball up the middle. Kittle's had a couple of grabs. Debo had a couple of plays, but we've had a lot of plays come back due to offensive line holding penalties today. That's kind of been what's slowing us down. Dallas, they got 10 points on the board. They're not looking great. They're not looking spectacular. 49ers got to do something that we haven't done all season long, is we got to go out and play in the second half. We got to find a way to put points on the board. We have the ball coming out of the half. Number one, we need to put a touchdown on the board right here. Let's get going. Purdy, really good run. Just set up a pretty nice drive. Then we also had him, trying to pump fake a ball and throwing the ball right into the offensive lineman's thigh. Lucky enough, we were able to wrap that bad boy up. Took us out of field goal range. Would have had us at 10-9 at the half. Now we're at 10-6. Hopefully, we can have Shanahan go over to Purdy, sit him down, try to calm him down, get him back into this game, and just figure it out, man. The rookie, he's had a couple good grabs. Hopefully, I've seen him out there on the kick return team. Make a few blocks. This could be his day to be a hero right here with the hometown crowd. This is going to be it. I really want to see Kittle get into the end zone because of the fact that it is tight ends. Tight ends day. He is like one of the main guys behind that whole deal. So it would be awesome to see that. But one way or another, we gotta win this game. We gotta get back to 500. We got some help from the Bills beating the Seahawks, and I don't think I saw the Rams play at all. I don't think the Rams play tomorrow. I think they must have the bye. So we'll see. We gotta find a way to win this damn game. Win it. 30-24. The San Francisco 49ers are once again 500. 8 games into the season that I thought they were going to run wild on and win the Super Bowl. There's still a good chance the Niners could win the Super Bowl this year, but it is still an uphill climb. The good thing is that coming out of this, the San Francisco 49ers are going to be having their bye week, and then they'll be coming back, and then hopefully Christian McCaffrey will be donning a 49ers jersey yet once again being on the field for us. 49ers played a game today. 49ers did not do what I hoped they would do, was just basically like step on somebody's throat coming out in the second half with the lead. We scored 3 touchdowns in the third quarter, and Dallas still found a way to make it a game with us. With CeeDee Lamb having 2 awesome touchdowns. Look, CeeDee Lamb is a great wide receiver. CeeDee Lamb is one of the best wide receivers that there is out there. I'm sure that Dallas is glad to have him. We've got Brandon Ayuk, who is on the IR. We've got Deebo Samuel, which I guess now is going to be hurt with a rib injury. Rib injuries just don't go away. They're with you for a while. It hurts to laugh. It hurts to cry. Hurts to breathe, hurts to do just about everything. But we'll find a way to do it. Defense, one hell of a game. Fred Warner was all over just about everything out there. Nick Bosa was all up in Dak Prescott's face. The only guy that I see Bosa go after more than Dak Prescott is Baker Mayfield. He loves to put Baker Mayfield in the dirt. We had a hell of a day. Let's just go in. There's going to be a lot of talks about that. The 49ers, making a deal. They've never been scared to make a trade for a player. Last year we got Chase Young. I remember when we got Emmanuel Sanders. The 49ers have already came out and said they're not looking for a wide receiver. They have enough depth. They're happy at that position. I think the 49ers know that the wide receiver position might be the most overpaid position there is. You want to have the guys that you have. You want to have the guys that are at the top of the line, but there's a lot of wide receivers with big contracts out there that teams love to move, that you're just paying another guy that anybody else could be doing that thing. I think that, a lot of people think that, running backs are underpaid. I often think that wide receivers are overpaid. But when you got a guy out there like Brandon Ayuk and Deebo Samuel, you don't want to see them leave. Look at Gabe Davis in Jacksonville. Just not able to get it done. It reminds me a lot of like when Perlis Price left the Bills to be the Atlanta Falcons' #1 receiver and just never was. He was a great number 2. He just wasn't a good number 1. But, besides for not just putting that game in the dirt and just saying this game is done, Niners played good today. It was an ugly game. It was dirty. It was football. But we found a way to get it done. Now, here we are. We are 4-4. We are 500. We're almost at the halfway point of the season, I guess you can say. We need to scrap what's happened at the beginning. We need to build winning games. Let's win one. Go out and win the next one. And then let's think about winning that third one in a row and call it a winning streak. That's what we have to do. We need to really lock down and make sure that we win the West, and then find out if there's any room for us to move up and find us a really good way into the playoffs. This is it, guys. I'm not saying the Niners aren't going to be a playoff team the next year. I'm not saying that they're going to tear it down and then throw it away, but this team is drastically going to be different next year. And this is the team that really has a chance to do it. Let's go do it. Win some games. Let's go. Good job, Niners. Proud of you.